Got one. Got one. Boom. Little guy, but it's a start. Little guy, but it's a start, guys. It's a start. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you liked that little quick cast of cash that I got this morning. As you can see, the bluebird skies, it's hot. Might as well do a breakdown video on how to fish swim baits. Well, rat swim baits at least for today. I've been on a pretty good rat swim bait bite, as you guys have been seeing on my social media, all my content. So I decided to do a quick little rundown on what I use. A viewer suggested that I do a video on the stuff that I use for fishing. I'm not really good at this stuff. I'm not really here to teach you how to fish. I'm just kind of here to, I guess, break down what's been working for me. You know what I mean? So today, that one you guys just saw, I got it on my Elude. Now this is a wood swim bait. It's all beat up. This bait is literally, guys, it's only, as you can see, it's only, I want to say 2 months old now. But I've already got like so many fish, as you guys have been seeing, man. Jesus Christ. Anyways, so that's what I used to catch the fish today. The only bite I got today, so I was throwing that today, the wood. It's got a very particular knock. I think that rat swim baits have a very, very particular sound to them when they knock. I also think, for whatever reason, this bait, when it swims, it also has like a whopper plopper noise and a knock. I think that's what's triggering a lot of the bites. It's also got a nice little squeak to it already. The way that I like to fish these baits, you guys, is, you know, you're looking for ambush spots, right? I mean, anytime you're fishing for bass, you're always looking for ambush spots. So I do the same thing with swim baits. I mean, I know they're big, some of them, not all of them, but some of them, but I fish them like I fish a Cinco, if that makes any sense. I mean, I'm throwing this stuff up in the deepest cover when I'm using these baits. And any kind of an ambush spot where you think a bass would hide for a worm, they're gonna hide for a big swim bait. I mean, there's no difference in that matter, you know what I mean? I think with rat baits or rat swim baits, I think the only difference that truly makes the difference between the two baits is that if one is resin and one is wood. So today I was fishing with two baits. I was fishing with my Elude and I was fishing with my PB. So these two baits make a totally different noise, totally different sound, and they swim completely different. This one's super light, only on top. I can't crank it down. This one's super heavy knock, a lot of noise, and it moves a lot of water. This one moves a lot of water, not as wide of a movement of water as the wood bait. It also, it's very slick. So that one makes more like a whopper squawk, clock, 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 clock noise, and this one makes more like a slight swishing sound as it's slightly moving through the water like a snake. This is a little bit more subtle, so once the sun comes up, I like throwing the more subtle rat. In the morning though, when these fish are up feeding, looking at the bank, I like throwing the heavier wood baits. So let's get down to the gear. What am I using for gear? Because a lot of people probably want to know, what am I using for gear? Yes, I fish for Okuma. Yes, I'm with Okuma. I've been with them a long time. But we do not have an 8.3 reel yet, or an 8.1. So I like fishing with two reels when it comes to fishing rats. I like a fast reel, so I like a reel with this, which is like an 8-to-1, which is like this one. This one is paired up on an F5 Custom Swim Bait Universe. Oh yeah. that Swim Bait Universe rod. I have had so much luck with this rod since I got it. I have caught so many piggies on this rod. But anyways, this is a medium heavy. It's got a very quick tip, but it's got a lot of backbone on it. I don't like rods to be too stiff when it comes to rat fishing. I love a medium heavy rod, 8 foot, 8'3". Remember, the farther you can cast a swim bait, the farther the rat or whatever big bait you're using, the farther you can get it away, the better chances you have of actually getting big, right? Because you know, these, especially like Diamond Valley, the water's so clear. Not right now, I mean the water's freaking dirty, but normally the water's pretty clear, and it's so heavily pressured that these fish, I mean, they hear and see everything known to man, whether it's worms or swim baits or whatever. So the farther you can get your cast, guys, the best chances you're gonna have of landing fish. So again, that's a medium heavy, 8 foot F5 custom. That's what I use for that one. My other rod that I'm using is a Workshop by Lowdown Customs, Okuma Komodo. I got a 100 size handle with Working Class Zero knobs. My other reel, I also have a DRT handle with Working Class Zero knobs. I believe this is also, oh no, that's the 110. So that's the 110. So these are both medium heavies, but as you can see, this one's got a heavier backbone than this one. You know what I mean? So a little bit more parabolic, a little bit more stiff in the butt, but it's still pretty parabolic in the front. So that's what I use to fish my rats with. Those are the two rods I use, and the two reels I like using is a 7.3 and an 8.1 or an 8.3. I like fast because if I'm pitching, I want to be able to retrieve the bait, especially a wood bait. I want to be able to cast it out there and retrieve it back to me as soon as I'm out of the strike zone. And then the 7.3 because I want to work the bait that's not as heavy, that's more top water. I want to work it slower. I really want it to like stay in the zone a little bit longer. I don't need to work it back as fast. So that's why I use those two different reels when I'm fishing with rats. And then of course the line. A lot of people like to know what kind of line you like to use. I mean, I like 20 pound. You can't get no better. You don't need 15, you don't need 25. 20 pound gets enough to get the job done. I mean, you can throw it on cover. Remember guys, I'm throwing these rats on the shore, literally, as you can see by my baits. I throw them on the shore and I work them off the shore, and the line puts a beating, gets a beating, and it stands up pretty good. Every now and then you might have to check it if you're banging your stuff up against rocks. So anyways, I'm not good at these breakdown videos, but I tried. So go out there, throw some rats. Summertime, as the summer gets more and more here, the night bite on the rat should get even better. So, or as the sun starts going down and early in the morning, those are going to be your two best choices to catch ratfish. Subscribe, comment down below. I promise I will work at doing more of these breakdown videos for you guys. And until next time, keep watching. I truly appreciate it. You guys rock. Peace.
Oh, rat eaters, you wanted the rat. Ah!